Okay, just setting up. Hello, everyone. Are we working here? Can you see me? Can you hear me? How's it going? Hello, hello. Nobody's answering. Hey, okay, we got subtitled movie clips, Kevin. Can you hear me? I know you can see me, but can you hear me? All right, you guys can hear me. So, hello everyone. I am Robin Shaw. And, wow, I was setting some stuff up, preparing stuff for Esther Teacher, and I changed something on the settings, and I caused a little bit of problem with my video settings. So today, actually, those are a little bit bigger than usual. Sorry, but I'll fix that for tomorrow. Anyway, welcome, guys. I'm just going to check the chat room today because it's just English Q&A. So I didn't really have time to advertise it because I was fixing the video settings. But let's see who's here. Jose, Silva, welcome. Layla, Diallo, Carrie, whatever. Layla, again. What are you? Oh, she's saying thank you. Florence here. Okay, anyway. Oh, Ciro Prado, Arash, welcome. Winwi, welcome, welcome, welcome. I forgot to advertise in the WhatsApp group, so if one of you could go to the WhatsApp group and tell them that this live stream is happening, that would be great. Get some more people in here. Anyway, while you're waiting, you guys should be thinking of English questions and asking me. That's the point of today. If you have any English questions, I will help you. So when you get your questions, start asking right away. If you make sure you write proper grammar and spelling and use question marks. Florin asks, Esther makes an English video. Is that true? Yes, I'm trying to make... Esther's coming out with English videos and a live stream. I want to get her to do a live stream very soon. So that is true. And her videos. So we're working on that, but that takes time. Any questions? She's not Korean. She's American. Elvin, hello. You've been trying to contact me. So, Elvin, the best way to contact me is by WhatsApp. And those of you in my WhatsApp groups today saw many changes today. I restructured the groups. There was actually four groups, and I removed a group today. So there's only 3 groups. The 3 groups in WhatsApp are group number 1 is like a welcome for new people, and group number 2 is for people who I guess they don't participate every day, and group number 3 is for people who like to participate every day. So those are the different kinds of groups. They're not based on level, or they're not based on English level. Ms. Priel, hello. All right, Carrie whatever asks a question. What's the difference between anyway and anyways? There's going to be, right away I'm going to say there's no difference, but there probably is some difference. Let me just check that. I never had that question before, Carrie. That's a good question. Because as far as I know, they're the same thing. We use them to, we're talking with someone and we want to mention some other information, or we might want to end the conversation. Is to take the conversation in another direction. And the internet says, yeah, anyways is, anyway is standard and anyways is slang. So actually in your writing, you should write only anyway. But of course, as I said, when people are speaking, they will say anyway or anyways. But the proper one for writing is anyway. But speaking, you could use both. Tika, after 3 times I missed Robin's live streaming. That's okay, Tika, because all of my videos are always on my channel. So if you miss my live stream, you can go back and watch any of them anytime. Today's live stream is just Q&A. Monday and Tuesday, you can see on the schedule there, just Q&A. If you have any English questions, now is the time. Fanny asks an interesting question. Anyway, same like by the way. There's a little bit different anyway and by the way. So you're speaking to someone and these are words you want to change the direction of the conversation. So anyway usually means we need to focus on something else. So, anyway, it's time to end my live stream soon. So something like that. By the way means you have some information you want to tell someone. Hello everyone and da-da-da-da-da. By the way, I'm going to Germany tomorrow. So I'm adding some information. I'm not going to Germany tomorrow. So they're used a little different way. And of course, the best way to master anyway and by the way is reading. And Kevin, subtitled movie clips. Do you agree that for the symbol schwa has more than one sound? For example, there's a schwa between the B and T, but it sounds different from the one is between the S and N. Reason? Okay, Kevin, yes. The schwa sound, all pronunciation, even phonetic alphabet is a guide, but it is not 100% perfect. So if you're focusing on pronunciation, you're trying to study pronunciation, and you're using the IPA, the International Phonetic Alphabet, as a guide, that's really good, but it's not perfect because especially vowel sounds change, right? They change, very small changes between regions. So the way, especially like words like but and reason, they're not the same sound all over the world. All the English-speaking countries, they might have a little bit different sound for but and reason. So yeah, the schwa sound will not be exact. It's not exact. Okay, pronunciation is not exact science. It's a good guide, like the IPA and following the schwa, but it's not going to be perfect. And I wouldn't worry so much about making sure you have the perfect schwa sound in those words. If that's how you're studying, you're not studying pronunciation the correct way. But I hope that answers your question, Kevin. The answer is I don't agree The sound could be different. And when we, sir, I'm confused between the difference. I'm confused the difference between discrepancy and difference. Discrepancy just means more of it doesn't match. There's something that doesn't match. And difference, well, anything can be different. All right, so if you're checking a document and two things should match, but they don't match, that's a discrepancy. Saint Internet. What are you talking about, Florin? Layla, what is the difference between, for example, I responded in like manner. They are similar to each other. What's the difference? I don't understand the question, Layla. What is the difference between, for example, I responded in manner? I responded in like manner. I responded in manner. I don't know that statement. Can you maybe ask the question again, Layla? Twilly's late. Hi, everyone. Welcome, Twilly. Arash, how do you pronounce dwarf and mystery? Dwarf, mystery. Elvin, so I can't distinguish the difference between have, has been, verb, ing, and has, pp. Could you explain in detail, please? Elvin, don't just ask questions like that. You should provide example sentences. All of you, if you have questions, please provide example sentences. This helps me to answer your questions, because if you have to wait for me to think of example sentences, we might be here all day. But I will try to help you there, Elvin. I have been swimming all day. Yeah, give me I'm not going to help you. Give me example sentences. Twilly's asking, why do we use different prepositions for morning, night, in the morning, at night? Twilly, I don't make the rules to English, and I don't know who made those rules, but those are the rules. In the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, and at night. Remember that. Jose's here. Hello, Layla. Oh, I mean, what is the difference between like? Oh, what he looks like. See, Layla, you guys should give me sentences. Give me example sentences. He looks like his father. He looks similar to his father. So in that case, they mean the same thing, Layla. But like and similar don't always mean the same thing. But if you're saying a sentence like that, he looks like his father, he looks similar to his father. Grace, hello. Prakar, hello. All right, so Elvin put some sentences there. Good. Thank you very much, Elvin. He says, okay, I have been taking my friend. I have taken my friend. What is the difference? Your verb is wrong. What do you mean taking? I'm going to change your verb from taking. I have been talking to my friend. I'm going to change it to talking. I have been talking to my friend until recently. And I have talking to my friend. So right away, one is continuous, right? One is, if you're using ing for past continuous, present continuous, it's going on for a little bit extended time. And if I have talked to my friend, That means it happened very quickly sometime in the past. Okay, so I have been talking to my friend until yesterday. So some long period of talking, and I have talked to my friend yesterday, which would mean only yesterday I talked to my friend. Sorry, if you have more sentences, I could probably help. I'm going to move on to carry whatever. I thought you were cool. I thought you are cool. Which is correct? I thought you are cool. If you use were, that is past tense. So I thought you were cool in high school, but I don't think you're cool now. But if you're talking about now, I thought you're cool, but you're not cool. So both are correct, but one is talking about past tense and one is talking about now. Arash, first sentence. I don't know which one you're talking about. Florin, do you know any readability tests? No, I don't, Florin. No, I don't know the flash formulas, the Dale-Chow formula. Enlighten me, Florin. What are those? And do I have to worry about that? I don't think you have to worry about that. I'll just do a quick check. Welcome, new people. If you have a question, please write it in. This is Q&A. Well, Florin, right off the bat, I would say, do you have to pay for these tests? If you have to pay, I don't like them. I like free, like these live streams. And I'm looking at the flash formulas. I'll have to look because there's a lot of information there. I'll have to look in that. I'll have to look at that later. It looks interesting, Florin. Where did you hear about that? Tika, what's the difference between bother and disturb? They're basically the same thing, Tika. I don't want to bother you. I don't want to disturb you. That would mean the same thing. You know, that's the beauty of English, and that's also the problem of English. We have many words to mean the same thing. Yeah, readability, I know what that means, but I didn't know about the test. And Grace, I want to be away from him. I want to ward him off. Are those sentences the same? Yes, in the idea that you don't want to be around him. Is this about your life? But technically, they are a little bit different in what the meaning. I want to be away from him means there's someone you never want to go near them, and I want to ward him off. Kind of means you want to push him away. So maybe some man is trying to contact you or be in your life, and you don't want him in your life. You would ward him off, try to push him away, get him out of your life. So you could make a sentence, I want to be away from him, so I need to ward him off. So I want to be away, so I need to kind of push him away. Grace, how about bother and teasing? Yeah, stop teasing me, stop bothering me, stop disturbing me. These are all very similar. Lauren, how do I know if I have a good enough readability when I write a text? Well, you have to give that to a native speaker, and the native speaker will tell you, I don't understand, or I understand, or this is awkward. Yeah, these days there's a lot of computer programs that will show you readability, but those they can be helpful, but the best is a native speaker. And Layla, is there any difference between specially and especially? Example, he despised all, especially Sylvester. They have been fabricated specially for his boat. That's a good question, Layla. And right away, I'm going to say especially just puts more emphasis. They mean the same thing, it's just especially is stronger. But I'm going to check that. Because again, it says especially tends to be more formal, specially tends to be more informal. Oops, what happened there? We don't want that. Yeah, I made a mistake typing. I'm back. Okay, so actually, Layla, I never use specially. I always use especially. So I would suggest to all of you, just choose one, choose especially, keep using it. But you might hear especially, mean the same thing. And then what's the difference between journey and trip? Didn't I answer that question in the Facebook? Tika, what's the difference between jungle and forest? Well, jungle is tropical. So jungle is near the equator. This is the hot place, the humid place. And the forest is just trees. So in Canada, there's lots of forests, lots of places with trees, but there's not a jungle. But if you go to South America, like Brazil, the Amazon, that's a jungle. So very wet and humid and hot, hot, hot. Yeah, Grace, you're too small now. Yeah, sometimes I hit the wrong key and something happens. I had a lot of technical difficulties today. Winnie, I don't have any friends and native speakers in my environment to speak English. What should I do? What should I do to improve speaking skill? There are native speakers in your environment. If you're living in a city, there are native speakers. There are language exchanges. I usually recommend the app. I always recommend this app, Meetup app. You can find you can find lots of groups in your area where the native speakers join and they go hiking or they do the language exchange. They go to movies together. So it's up to you to go make friends. That's the best way to improve your English, your speaking skill. If you can't do that, then join the WhatsApp groups and send voice notes to me or other students. Start practicing. I know it's difficult, but you got to try. What time is it now? 10:40. So I'm about 8 minutes behind. I'm very sorry. Yeah, Elvin, maybe you meant this. The first sentence means the action started in the past, but is continuous in the present. Yes, it could be. And the second one means the action started in the past and has already finished. Yes. Now, do you understand those points, Elvin? show me some sentences to make so I know you understand. Grace, ask someone out means I want to date you, right? However, I think because of out, it feels like as I'm telling you to get out of here. No, 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 no. Grace, you're correct. If a man says, excuse me, miss, and you look at them and they say, can we go out? Can we go out sometime? So they are asking you out. That means they're asking you on a date. Can we go out? Can we go on a date? Can we go out? And you're going to say, sure. So it doesn't mean get out. It means go out, go on a date. Florin, we should listen native speakers if we want to speak with native speakers. Yes, and you should talk to native speakers. Oh, you sent me examples and I skipped them. Let me go back. Sorry. No, I already talked about your first examples. Oh, here you are. I've been waiting for you for 7 years. Yep. So you're still waiting now. And I've waited for you for 7 years. Yeah. You're still waiting now. I wait, but usually we don't say just these sentences. There's usually more information, more context. Like, I've been waiting for you for 7 years. Where have you been? And I've waited for you for 7 years, but I stopped. I gave up on you. So they're very similar in the meaning. They're very similar, but there's slight difference. So Elvin, this is something which would probably be a better question for Facebook, because I would love to give you more examples and explain it better. It's really hard to explain different time tenses by video. All right. Okay, I'm just looking down here. Diallo, what is the meaning of the word mesmerize? Did you check the dictionary, Diallo? I'm not a dictionary, so don't ask me the word. Give me an example sentence. So if you want me to explain that word, you show me that you went to the dictionary or you copied some example sentence, put it in there, and I will explain that word to you. So everyone here, for the best help, you got to give examples. Tika, Brahman Tika, the winner from the game. Robin, sometimes chatting is easier than talking. I meet up with my UK friends I met up with them a month ago. Speaking with him was hard for me than chatting. The problem with me is my pronunciation is poor. Well, the only solution is if you are studying English, reading, writing, listening, speaking, and it's hard, then you are doing the correct way. If it's easy, you're not doing it the correct way. So when something gets challenging, that is how you get better. All right. So everyone here, accept the challenge to get better. Don't, it's difficult speaking, but chatting's easy. Well, yeah, chatting is easy, but that's not gonna help you to level up, get better. All right. So my advice to you is push yourself. Keep pushing yourself. do the stuff that's hard. And Florin, I asked myself why there are 2 Q&As. Because, Florin, Monday and Tuesday I'm very busy. I have no time during the day to prepare another lesson. So Q&As, I don't need to prepare a PPT or anything. I just turn on the camera, start answering. Silicone, how are you? Hello, Robin. How are you today? I'm fine. How are you? Muzika, hello. Thank you so much, teacher. Thank you for watching. Oh, I think I'm caught up on the time. Get your questions in. Florin, I can speak English, although I don't have so much courage to speak German, and I even doubt more about learning Korean. Well, that's a statement, Florin. Yeah, you can speak English. I don't know your German level, Florin, but I don't know why you don't have so much courage with German. Again, like Tika before, it's a challenge. So accept the challenge, and to get better, you just have to go through the difficult times. Korean, like your dad said to you, I'm not sure why you're studying Korean, Florin. Maybe I would suggest devote more time to German. Grace, please give me an example. The more, the more. You give me an example, Grace. You gotta, all of you have to meet me halfway. So before you ask the question, at least check on the internet, on Google, try to get some examples, because the more can mean many, many things, Grace, and I'm not exactly sure what you want me to say there. And Tika, could you repeat again how to use a word of level up in a proper way? Level up? Well, level up is very informal speaking. I just said that for you to easily understand, but you should never write level up. It's very informal. So increase your level is formal. You want to increase your level or gain a level. But level up is just like in a computer game or something. That's very informal. Layla, in this sentence, Jack especially liked to pick on Steve. He punched and teased him. What does pick on? Pick on would be tease, bother. Okay, it's a phrasal verb, so it's going to mean bother. Tease. You like to tease Steve. Elvin, could you give me some tips about how I learn words and memorize them, please? Elvin, I'm going to give you one tip. The easiest and best way to learn and memorize words is reading. You have to read every day, 20 minutes. I promise you, you will increase your vocabulary and memorize the words better than any other way. If you don't like reading and you want to study flashcards or vocabulary lists, that works, but that way is not good at all. The best way is reading. Grace, the more I watch Robin's live stream, the more, okay, we got an example here. Yep, and you used it correctly, Grace, so thank you for the example. You showed me that you understand it perfectly. That's correct. The more I watch Robin's live stream, the more my English is getting better. So the more I watch Robin's live stream, the more my English is getting better. So the two things are rising together. Reading, yes. Tika, thanks a lot. Florin, I like to study flashcards. Yeah, flashcards are okay, but Florin, read. Fenny, what's the difference between increase and improve? Do you have two example sentences, Fenny? Those are very different words. Usually we improve a skill, like improve your English. Increases, you can increase your English level, but I would say, yeah, sometimes they're the same meaning, but increase, if you got to give me example sentences. I'm not going to think of example sentences. Diallo, hypnotize and fascinate. So, Diallo, give me an example sentence. Florin, why not flashcards but reading? Because reading puts all vocabulary. Reading, I'm very sensitive about reading. Because, Florin, when you read, first of all, you want to read for quantity, not quality. You want to read continuously. You don't want to read slowly on very difficult stuff. You want it a little bit difficult and a lot of material, because you're going to see the vocabulary in the book and you're going to read it, and then you're going to read it again in another book and another book and another book. And your brain is very smart, Florin. It is going to see the pattern. It's going to understand what situations that word is used, how people use it, and you're going to understand that word very well. A flashcard can tell you the meaning of a word, but flashcards are terrible at telling you how to use the word. Not only how to use the word, but when to use the word. So reading is the best way. Flashcards is quick and doesn't really help to long-term memory of a word. Grace, how can I say opposite way? The more... Yes, the opposite of better is worse. So why didn't you put your example sentence? The more I watch Robin's live streams, the worse my English gets. Tika, I know what I need to learn. Robin, could you explain how the logic of making combined word of adjective plus verb, verb plus noun? Tika, give me example sentences. Ellen, okay, see you. Elvin, see you. Tuan, Win, hello. Do you have any English questions? Sir, would you please try to attempt to explain in detail all the difference between response and respond? That's very easy. Response is a noun and respond is a verb. So, Murtada, you need to know noun and verb. And give me some example sentences, Murtada. Layla, which one is correct? Do you go with me to watch the match today? Do you want to go with me? The second one is correct, Layla. Do you want to go with me to watch the match today? All right, Yallo. The politicians mesmerized his audience with his oratory skills. So oratory means his speech, the way he talks. So he has good skill. Politicians have good skill. So now we have mesmerized. Thank you, Diallo, for giving me an example sentence. It's a good example sentence. So mesmerized means, in this case, the politician has the audience's full attention. When you are mesmerized, you are focused and just watching. You're not thinking about anything else. So the audience, wow, this guy, he's speaking so well, and they're mesmerized. So they're only focused on him. I hope that helps, Diallo. Muzika Timur, could you please explain to me about if close and main close? Give me example sentences. Florin, how do I differentiate formal English from informal English? Well, yeah, you have to read, listen, speak, and write. You have to practice all four skills. You can check a dictionary. A dictionary will tell you probably if something is formal or informal, but that takes exposure to a language. You have to, for all questions here, you have to be exposed more to a language. You get more input from listening or reading, and you can understand the language better. Tuan, when should we learn multiple words which have the same meaning? Yes, you have to. That's English. So many words have the same meaning. Talking about reading in Ielts reading test, we get a general topic of the articles, yes. The question is how we can guess the meaning of the sentence that we don't know the meaning is. Well, if you're taking Ielts, and I talk about Ielts on Wednesday, first of all, you should practice Ielts, and the topic questions, you should, depending on which section of the reading test. Well, the point of the reading test is that to see if you know something or how well you can guess something. If you don't know the meaning of a sentence, how to guess the meaning, look at the before sentence, look at the after sentence. These are all skills. These are skills you get by reading. So my suggestion to you, if you're doing Ielts reading, you should be reading every day at least 1 hour. And I promise you, if you read every day English 1 hour, your skill of guessing the meaning will be great. Florin, how about American English from British English? What's the question? How about? What do you mean? What's the difference? Pronunciation? Slang? That's about it. Florin? Murtada, my respond? No, you use the my respond response. You should only use response. My response. You want to use the noun. Why did you put respond to response? There's two words there. Muzika. If it is raining, I'll not go out with you. I don't understand what you're going for, Muzika. I understand your sentence. Your sentence is correct. Are you talking about, I think in your original question, were you trying to say clause? Like main clause? Two clauses? CLAUSE? So if it is raining, comma, you have one clause. I won't go out with you. That's your second clause. You got two clauses. Musica, maybe maybe your level right now is not ready for two clauses. How, uh, you know, you got to master one clause before you start going to two clauses. Yeah. I don't think you're mesmerized by my live streams, Grace. Florin, IELTS and TOEFL, these are tests to get you into university in the UK or Canada or US. Only study them if you need to get into a university in US, Canada, UK, Australia. That's why they're important. Tika, I am in accounting. It's like a suicide by yourself when you get science topic like the astronomy. What do you mean? You are in accounting? So when you're talking about, what do you mean exactly, Tika? Are there other English tests? Yes, Florin, there's TOEIC, there's OPIC, there's other tests. Yeah, Tika, IELTS is important because IELTS is like a ticket to go abroad, yes. Layla, is there a difference between jewel and jewellery? I'm confused about meaning. The crown jewels. Jewel is usually a very special gem. Like, well, you might have a ruby or a diamond. These are called jewels. Jewelry is like accessories, earrings, necklace, rings. These are jewelry. So your jewelry of a ring might have a jewel in it. So the crown jewels, that's the queen's. They have usually kings and queens have the crown jewels. So they might have a crown with jewels in that. We wouldn't call a crown jewelry. And chunky gold jewelry, just the accessory. And the spelling, I don't know the spelling of British and American jewelry. Grace, is there another test to check for fun and to know what my weakness is except TOEFL? Yeah, there's I saw in another group I didn't check it yet. Let's see if I can find it. It's the British Council. British Council, they have a free English level test. I haven't checked it yet, but for those of you interested in tests, you can check that and tell me if it was good or bad. Yeah, Tika, oh, jewels for a specific term of the stone, yes, but jewelry for women stuff. Men and women wear jewelry. Yep. Tuan Win, I'm having dinner, I'm eating dinner. Both are correct. I'm having dinner, I'm eating dinner. Both are correct. Oh, we're out of questions? Maybe everyone left to go to the link of the English test. Hello? Jewelry is like accessories. Gem is the stone. Diamond, ruby, sapphire. These are gems. These are stones. Jewelry is a necklace, earrings, ring. Thank you, Diallo. Hello, you're still here. Okay, get your questions in, guys. Bring them. I think I have a 90% rate of answering. 10%, sometimes I don't know exactly. Again, the best is to give me example sentences, guys. Example sentences. That helps me. This live stream is a gem of a way of learning English. Thank you, Grace. Very nice. Please, Robin, draw a sapphire, a gem. Oh, I'm going to cheat. Sapphire is... well, I'm looking now. Sapphire can have so many shapes. It depends how you cut it. The sapphire is blue. Sapphires are blue. I think that's my first drawing of a sapphire, of anything. Okay, any final questions here? Grace, give us a real sapphire. Next week, Saturday game, the prize. The prize will be a sapphire. Be sure to join me next Saturday. Whoever wins gets a sapphire. First place, sapphire. And second place, diamond. And third place, ruby. Oh, we got questions. Let's see. Shihab Eldin, hello. Oh, Tuan Nguyen. How to use already and yet. So the best way to use already and yet is if you use already, that means you finished. So I've cleaned my room already. I've already cleaned my room. That means I'm finished. And yet means I haven't finished that yet. I'm not done yet. I'm using yet. So I've already cleaned my room. It's done. Or I haven't cleaned my room yet. So very different. Okay, I hope that helps you. Maybe I'll put some example sentences here. And you should give me example sentences. I haven't cleaned my room. And I'm going to put a comma yet. Cleaned my room. I've already cleaned my room. All right. Hope that helps you. I like Ruby. Thank you, Tika. I think that's what I said. Lauren wants a sapphire. Layla, could you pronounce this word being? Only a guy with my nutty lunch? Lunch? I don't know what that word is. Could end up being his own competition. I don't know where you got that sentence. Pronounce as being. End up being. Grace, does yet match with negative sentence? Yeah, not. I got the two sentences there. Yet is not finished, but will be finished. If you use yet, you have a plan to be finished. Okay, see you, Tika. Thanks for joining. Hello, this is Joyce from Hong Kong. Sorry I'm late. Aren't aware that there's 1 hour time difference between Hong Kong and Korea. Well, now you know. Do you have any questions, Louis Joyce? Any questions? Okay, we're going to finish up the live stream in about 5 minutes. So any last questions, get them in. Any questions? I'm starting to sleep. Where is Esther? Esther is in America. Grace, what does hot on mean? I don't know hot on. Hot on? Do you have an example sentence, Grace? Because I don't know hot on. If it's hot on, it's probably a phrasal verb and it can have many meanings. Need example sentences. Still don't know, Grace. You got to give me a sentence. Diallo, I have tidy in my room. Can I use that as well? I'm not sure I'm not sure what you're trying. What are you trying to say, Diallo? My room is tidy? You should say my room is tidy. Florin, it is mean? How many meanings it has? You mean mean? I don't know how many meanings mean has. That's dictionary. Mean. Two main meanings. One meaning, of course, to indicate something, and mean can also mean angry. Or not angry. Someone is not nice. So his actions are not nice. We would say he's mean. Okay, Grace. I don't remember full sentence, but I've read that phrase. Well, there you go. Hot on a trail. That's very different. Hot on a trail, I guess that would be idiom. So remember with idioms, you can't break up the words. If you're hot on the trail, you're able to follow or chase someone. Maybe a detective is hot on the trail of the bad guy. So the detective is following or chasing the bad guy and will find him. Tuan Win, Mr., Ms., Mrs., how to address people. Well, I'm going to say address people using these two, Mr. and Ms. Every man you meet, you say Mr., and every woman you meet, you say Ms. Layla, what's the difference between chores and housework? I have a lot of chores for you to do. I was busy doing housework when the doorbell rang. Okay, Layla, all housework is chores. So all housework is chores. But not all chores are housework. So, yeah, chores is the bigger word. It means so many things. So, for example, when I'm in my office, I have many chores. I have to clean my desk. I have to take out the garbage. But I have to check students' tests. So these are tasks. But chores always kind of means a little bit of work. So these are tasks. And then housework. All housework are chores. So, yeah, that's a little bit difficult question. But chores is always just a type of task that's kind of work. Louis Joyce, the question is type I mentioned on your Facebook. I don't remember the question. Okay. About the sentence where the adjective happy behind the verb ended, you told me it should be happily, yes? But my further question, is it commonly used in native society or just an isolated mistake? It ended happy? That is possible, but I have to see where you saw that. What's the context? What's going on? But for grammar, we should say it ended happily. They ended happily ever after. Or they lived happily ever after. So in the storybook, it's oh yeah, it's not ended happily. Well, ended happily is the expression. I don't know where you saw end happy. You have to show me. I'm starting to get tired. Get your last questions in, guys. All right, see you, Florin. Grace, I'm hot on a trail for handsome men. Nope. Hot on the trail is going to be used for policemen or detectives. They're chasing the bad guy. So you're chasing the handsome guy. You're not going to use hot on the trail. It's only going to be policemen, security guards, detectives, like that. Tuan Nguyen, how do Americans celebrate New Year? I don't know. They go to a party. I think everyone in the world has the same. I don't know. Are you talking about solar New Year? If you're talking about lunar New Year, Americans don't celebrate lunar New Year, but solar New Year, of course, they just most Americans stay home, watch TV, and a lot of them go to sleep. Some of them will go to parties. Grace, what's the difference? Homework, task, and duty. Well, homework is, I think you meant to say housework, because homework is only for students. Teachers give students homework. Housework means something different. So housework, chores mean the same thing. You got to do some work at home. Task and duty go beyond the house. It goes into everything. I have many tasks at work. Duty. You can have duty to your family. These are different words, Grace. You asked a very big question, because all three, housework, task, and duty, all of them can mean very different things. They're cousins. They're not in the same family, but they are cousins. They are related like that, but they're very different in meaning. It's from the TV show, which I post again on your Facebook for reference. Well, I'll check Facebook for that question then. Layla, you look so tired. Thank you, Layla. All right, I'm going to finish this up. And I guess I'll go to Facebook to check Louis Joyce's question so I can give her a good answer of what's going on. I'm curious too about her question. If you're not in my Facebook group, you can see it up there. Learn English with Robin Teacher. Tuan Nguyen, does native speaker have to learn new word in the first language? Yeah, I'm always learning new words. Never ends. Layla, thank you. Bye. Winwi, thank you. Thank you, Robin. I learned something today too. All right. All right. Thank you, everyone, for watching. And I'll do another Q&A tomorrow, but I think I'll be in better condition tomorrow. I was a little bit not focused today. I'm very sorry to everyone. But tomorrow I'll be better, I promise. So study English and prepare your questions for tomorrow. Okay? Have a good night.